Hey friendos, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt, and we are back with some more Marvel Future Fight. And yep, it's the 25th, so as we all know, that means it's Story Combined Fragments Day. So we'll be getting into that in just a little while. We'll show you all my things in a bit. But first, let's talk about the updates, because since Guardians Part 1, we did have Part 2, where we got Tier 4 Gamora and we got Groot, which is, you know, fine, nothing special. I'm really hoping for this though. I really hope Netmarble will give us a part 3 with Adam Warlock, Nebula and Drax, because whilst the Guardians update has been fine, Mantis has probably been the standout for me, but nothing has really blown me away. And let's face it, in the past month we haven't had a lot to really get too excited about. Whilst Battle World Part 2 is, it's fine, you know, it's nothing special, and the fact that you can set your team and then just walk away, you know, there's no skill involved, there's not really too much in terms of tactics involved, and because the top spaces are so limited, there's no real incentive to be number one really. You can see I've just spent my tokens on getting the Soul of the Faltine, and that's about it. I'm not bothering with buffs because it doesn't really seem worth it. So whilst it's fine and it's good, it's a nice new addition, there's nothing really active there to really get, you know, teeth stuck into or sunk into. Again, same with swords. Swords are an interesting addition. I do think it's really nice. I've seen more benefit with the free-to-play account, I've got to be honest. Less returns so far here on my main account. As you can see, I've just been playing around, just having fun with it. I haven't gone too heavily into investing into re-rolling individual stats and re-rolling individual swords just yet, because I thought before I start spending crystals, before I get too heavily invested, I really want to make sure that my cards are perfect first. So whilst I've been having fun with the swords, my main sort of pet project over the past month have been sorting out my cards. So let's just take a look at what we have at the moment. You can see we've only got a couple of CTPs at the moment. I opened a CTP chest, the last token event, because I just fancied a change, to be honest, from getting premium cards all the time, and I got agreed. You can see I've used all my premium cards, re-rolling this Spidey, trying to make it as good as possible. 7 quality, which is superb. Then you can see we got energy attack, cooldown and dodge. They're okay, that's fine. What I preferred, HP in there, maybe a damage proc, sure, but still nothing to be sneezed at, especially with 7 quality. So we're just trying to get those last 2 green to be blue, and hopefully something decent like, I don't know, crit damage and HP, and we'll be away, and that'll be great. We have no artifacts at the moment, and then yeah, obviously just Odin's blessings that we'll be after as well. And like I say, just a few swords I've just been playing around with, just seeing what kind of odds you get on different rolls, etc. So as I say, my main focus this past month since our last video has been to get new card stats, and you can see we've managed to get Scarlet Witch Quicksilver premium card up to 7 quality. Pretty good stats, attack speed, movement speed, both useful. The damage proc is the main thing. And then here, Black Panther, we only managed to get physical attack, crowd control and recovery rate aren't the best, but it is 7 quality. So I've debated keeping that and seeing what I can re-roll on these others. So that'll be the next one, is getting the White Fox card and the Crescent card up from 5 quality to 7 quality. Hopefully I can keep the same stats, but we shall just have to wait and see. But that's enough of that for now. Let's get into what we're here for, and that is combining our story fragments. We have quite a few to get through in our Dimensional Clash story mode, so let's just crack on. And I have to admit, I have been debating whether or not it's really tough with this one, with Dimensional Clash, because the potential to get a CTP is obviously quite high, so from that respect it's worth it. But I have started to notice the last couple of months, and I may be biased, my feelings may be skewed slightly by the fact that I haven't got a CTP of late, However, I'm starting to see real diminishing returns in this mode, because, as we have mentioned countless times, not just me, but everyone in the community knows it for a fact now, we can't sell these type enhancement tickets, we can't rank up these type enhancement tickets. They do tend to just sit there and take up a lot of room in the inventory. And now that we have new items like swords as well, and they still haven't removed bios from the inventory count, it feels like there's some work there to be done by the Marvel Future Fight devs. Just a little bit of tinkering. If they just, listen to the community maybe a little bit more, we could get some progress on that. The tier 3 materials used to be really important, and I think for my free-to-play account they are important, but for my main account now, I can't even remember the last time I looked to check how much TCP or EOD I've had, let alone CCF, which obviously with World Boss Legend you get in abundance. So I think I just end up using most of it just to rank up characters' levels from 70 to 80. It's got to that point now where I just don't even need it really, which is, in some ways it's a shame, in some ways it's fine. But it does get to the point where you think, well, I could spend all this energy on doing dimensional class each day, or I could just spend it on just running more dispatch missions when I go to sleep, just using the energy up that way. At the moment I'm still sticking with this story mode, but I don't know, in the future I think I might just have to start knocking it on the head, because, as I say, just diminishing return. I mean, a Type 2 mega advancement is really just not worth it for the energy that we put in. Whereas obviously 250 TCP, that's fine, but like I say, when you have so many, when you have got over, like, I suppose a baseline of 10-15,000 of TCP and EOD, then you really don't need to worry, especially as we know we're getting fewer and fewer characters who get upgrades. I think we're going to get to the point very soon where everyone has got their maxed out potential, or for me, for my account I should say, excuse me, and then I'll have no need for it at all. So yeah, I'll probably be slowing down, I think, and looking to focus my efforts elsewhere, which doesn't necessarily just mean Marvel Future Fight. I'll probably put more time into Street Fighter Duel, because that is a really great game. Really been enjoying that since it's come out. It's just over a month or so old now. Really good fun. Highly recommend it. If any of you are into Street Fighter or just fighting games in general and you haven't picked it up for your mobile, definitely download that and give it a whirl. Really good fun. But as we are plugging our way through here, we can see, I don't think luck is on our side today. We've got a lot of Type 2 megas, which really just doesn't mean an awful lot when all of your characters are at least Type 3 enhanced already. It would be interesting actually if they did a thing where native tier 2 or native tier 3 characters could use these tickets, but rather than just using one, if you had to use 5 or 10 or something like that, that could be an interesting way that they could solve some of this problem. As you'll notice, my gold is a lot lower down than it was back along a couple of weeks ago when I did my last video. That's because I spent 200 million gold just ranking up Thanos, trying to get Type 6 enhancement, and because obviously he is a native tier 2, so I had to roll up all of the materials to get the 6-star cubes, and then I think I ended up rolling about 8-9 times before I finally managed to get it. Obviously when you get up to that high stage Type 6, I think you have finally a half decent one. Yeah, when you get to Type 6, it's like a 12.5% chance of being successful. So yeah, it did cost me a lot, and that was quite painful. So whilst I was at about 600 million gold, now down to 400. But again, that's still more than you need, unless you introduce a new tier 3. But hey, there we go. That was Dimensional Clash done. So now we move on to the All War. And this one, I always feel is worth doing it the most if you're going to do anything, just because personally I feel the drop rate for Odin's Blessings is highest, it feels highest, and from what I see from other people, most people, if they're going to get a premium item from any of the 4 story modes, it tends to be an Odin's Blessing more than CTPs, more than premium cards, more even than the fully awakened ISO from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one, which is a bit weird because you'd think that would be the highest. But always worth doing this one. Again, we always get the chance up events for combining Uru into Odin's Blessing once a month as well, so yeah, always worth. Hey, and there you go, we've managed to get one. And I've actually run down quite a lot as we have been building up more characters to tier 4 maxing builds. We've been putting a lot, I think we put quite a few Odin's Blessings on my Thanos because we did get into tier 4, so I figured, you know, if you're going to get a character to tier 4, you may as well go all in on them, put as much as possible on them. And the only characters I've been really having fun with this year so far with the tier 4s and just in general have been Shadow Shell and Thanos, just because they're really fun with their tier 4s. So that was it, just the one Odin's Blessing. So now we move on to the ultimates. For some reason we didn't get too lucky this month. 13-2 really crucified me. I didn't manage to get half as many fragments as I wanted to drop. Some days didn't get any at all, which was a real shame despite having 2 other characters. So you can see we've only got a few to open here, but if we can get a 1 premium card, then yeah, it would be worth it. But even if we can get some 6 stars, as you can see, I went through quite a lot of 6-star cards in re-rolling for those 7 qualities, so again, always worth doing this one. Plus it's only 3 stages, so you know, it's not too much of a chore. Even if this one, it being the hardest of the 3 difficulties, if you don't have the best characters or the best builds on the characters that it makes you choose. Like for instance, this month it was stage 13-3 was Moon Girl, Gambit and Wave. So even if you have to pay a little bit of attention to it and switch out if you need to, or take control, because the auto play plus doesn't exactly do the best combos all the time and the best rotations, it's worth it for the chance of getting a premium card or even a 6-star card. But it doesn't look like we're getting much luck today. I think we've I don't know if we've angered the gods of RNG or what, or maybe it's just because I haven't been putting videos up that they decided, yeah, do you know what, you're not doing enough work, so we're gonna screw you over. We're getting a few 6 stars though, so that's okay. At least it's something. Like I say, we do need to replenish our stocks, so if nothing else, at least we're getting that. Okay, and a 5-star to end it off. So nothing too exciting today, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. We only got that 1 Odin's Blessing, no CTP sadly. As you can see, we have just so many type enhancements now. I really would wish they would do something. Like I say, either give us the option to rank them up into megas, or like I was saying earlier, give us an opportunity to like use maybe 10 on a tier 2, on a native tier 2 character. You know, I would happily use 10 rank 1 to get a rank 1 enhancement, because otherwise, as is the case for most people, they're just sat there just doing nothing. So we shall see what they decide, if they decide to do anything at all. You can say we just got that 1 Odin's Blessing here, but we got a bunch of 6 stars, so next time the chance up is available. And then, as I said, we have just so many tier 3 materials now, we don't even need to keep track of them really. Ironically, I do need some books, because having received a speed, a blast and a combat tier 3 types with Groot. There's Groot. Can't remember the others now. Oh, Groot, Rocket. I can't remember who I used my speed on. It must have been Gamora. I must have not had her ready. So I've obviously been building those. As you can see, really low on Soul of the Feltine, building up Spidey at the moment, having finished off Thanos. Obviously he cost a lot in terms of tier 4 materials, and then like I said, you can see we got his type enhancement to max, but that cost an awful lot. The only thing I don't have for him is his artifact, but we'll be rolling for that very soon. That'll probably be the next video, and as you can see, a whole bunch of Odin's blessings on him since we've maxed him out. So that's it. That's everything for the moment. Hopefully, like I say, hopefully we'll see a sneak peek for a part 3 of Guardians. We really could do with it, because the game is feeling, whilst I'm still trying to be positive, it's feeling a little dry at the moment. I think we know the next big proper update is probably going to be for the Spider-Verse, so we'll probably see Miles coming in the very near future. I'm not massively excited about tier 4 Miles, or I wasn't until I saw the Spider-Man 2 demo at the State of Play showcase yesterday for PlayStation, and that kind of got me hyped. Personally, I'm more excited to get a hero outfit for Gwen. It's way past due time for that. So hopefully we'll see that in the near future if we don't see Guardians Part 3. But hey, that's everything for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll catch you next time. Bye.
We await your return, warrior.